Hello, Beez Bladers! Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I have a brand new knife that just freaking dropped. Unless you're watching this right before it drops. It could be a few minutes before it drops, but if you're watching this video, you better get over there because I know that this knife is going to sell out. Absolutely. This is the newest version or the newest knife drop from Devo Knives, and I'm excited about it. Oh yeah, look at that. And you get a nice big huge, I mean the biggest cloth out there. I really do like that you get this. I really do appreciate it. When you're a knife nut like me and you go through as much knife and accoutrement and sharpening and cleaning and all that stuff, those things I'm going on about that when we're here to see this. This is the Devo Mash V2.5. Would you look at it? Ugh, it looks so good. I unboxed this on the live stream just a couple days ago, and oh my goodness, it is so fantastic. I freaking love this knife. This is one of the versions. There's 4 new variants of this bad boy. One of them is an exclusive at Blade Binge, and that one is a blacked out version with teal accents. Now, you're going to be able to get different hardware sets with this bad boy too to give it a little pop ski, but check it out. Before I digress too much, it has excellent jimping along the top. Oh yeah, and I'm going to show you this one too here in just a second. But getting back to this, let's get up here and get nice and close and personal with this titanium. Oh, would you look at it? It has that nice, I don't know, that like 5,000 grit sandpaper kind of feel, not rough. It just somehow it's able to give you a little bit of grippage. It's not something you can see, but you can feel it. And if you can see right here, speaking of seeing, look at that. Deep carry pocket clip, no mushrooms growing in the shade, nice looking back spacer. This does not have a lanyard hole, so all you lanyard lovers, you're out of luck on that. Let's see, is the blade centered? It looks pretty darn centered to me. Wait till you see this blade. Are you ready? Pow! Right in the kisser. Oh, yes. Look at this. By the way, yes, that is a hologram babe. It's a hologram babe. I like these new hologram babes. This is a beautiful, beautiful satin. I love those satin lines. There's just something about the satin lines that I'm like, it's so pretty. I have to stare at it. And I also like that the flat up here is horizontal. It just gives you a little extra contrast. And then you don't have a sharpening choil at all. Your plunge grind ends right into the heel. So that's something to take into consideration if you're nitpicky a little bit about that. And then here is a nice pivot collar. This is something else that is new to the Devo Mash. That's why it's the V2.5, baby, is that you have a pivot collar. This blade steel is 154 cm blade steel, which it's one of my favorite blade steels. I love it. I have more experience with 154 cm than any other blade steel. And what have we done? Oh, there you go. There's your blade steel. And we have good lockup. We know it's centered. The pass through is perfection. It is absolutely perfect. This is so comfy to disengage. It takes no effort. I don't have to dig my thumb. Oh yeah, that's, I'll have what he's having. Oh gosh, I can't go down that trip. But let's look at this. Look at this. This reverse flick is so good. How's the action going here? So it has a good detent. Can I use my, yes, this is just like my other version. The other one I have, I believe, is the V2. I got it last year. I bought this one when they dropped last year, and there's just a few different changes. Now this one's blacked out because I bought an extra hardware kit and changed it out just a little bit. But just so you know, I am a fan of the Devo Mash. It is such a good knife. But look at this. Let me give you a couple little numbers just to get you all nice and personal with it. This bad boy is 7 3/4 inches long. It has a 3.3 inch blade. The blade thickness is 120 thousandths of an inch. This particular variant weighs 3.75 ounces. And if you want to go all Mr. Lightweights, get super light, you could get the carbon fiber version. It weighs 2.5 ounces. And if you've ever carried a knife that weighs 2.5 ounces, you know that is extremely lightweight. Let me back out so I can check out the action. Now, I haven't done anything to this knife, and as far as I know, nothing has been done to it. It may have been quality checked by Lefty himself, but yeah, it feels really good. It's super smooth. Are you seeing this? Here's a little bit of acoustics. It's such a comfortable knife. This one is just every bit as smooth as this one. This one is broken in. It's broken, and I also have skiff bearings in it. I don't know if that one has skiff bearings. I doubt it. It's possible. But if you don't know about that, go and check out Lefty EDC. He is one of the designers, him and Colin Mason Pierre of Devo Knives. But this knife, there's not gonna be that many of them because they're gonna sell out, period. There's no question about it. So if you like the looks of it, then you definitely want to go get in on it. I will have a link in the description where you can check out the different variations of, oh, check this out. I almost forgot. I have 10% off. Hey, I have 10% off code to Devo Knives. I'll have that down next to the link too. So if you want to get 10% off of this bad boy, this version or the other versions, then don't forget, with my discount code, you can get these for $134. To get a knife that looks like this, of this caliber, with a hologram blade, good blade steel, very, very nice titanium. Some of the titanium knives get a little bit out of reach because they have the super premium blade steel. This blade steel is brought to the point where it makes this price point doable for a lot of folks that wouldn't be able to maybe hit the $200 or $250, getting into the pricier knives. I really like that you can get a discount and get this for $134. I did the math. I checked the math. $134 for this knife, to have such a good looking knife that is so smooth. It's basically an ambidextrous knife because you can reverse that pocket clip, and I really appreciate that because I carry knives in my right and my left pocket, so that is a major plus. Here's a quick size comparison. Here's the QSP Penguin, because everybody should have a Penguin, right? And let's see what it looks like next to the Spyderco Para 3. Lengthwise, we're pretty darn close. A little bit longer than the Para 3. And let me just put two more up here real quick. Here is the CJRB Pyrite. And then there it is, the Civivi Elementum 2 button lock. Just for a little bit of size comparison. But this is a gorgeous knife. I don't have any complaints. If I was gonna nitpick, I would nitpick that it doesn't have any sharpening choil. But, anymore, if it's not a safe queen, then I don't really care. And I don't know that I have a safe queen. I have some I'm a little more protective over. But, that's going to be up to you, whether that bothers you or not, or you want to put your own sharpening choil. But this knife, absolutely worth every penny. Tell me what you think about it. Do you like the new version? Now this first one here, you can't get those. Those are sold out because the Devo Knives always sells out. But let me know what you think about it. Do you like this one or one of the other versions? Tell me about it in the chat. We will be talking about this at the live stream. That's where I unbox this every Friday night. Beez Blades live at the Hive. Oh, right. You don't want to miss it. We do a pizza check. We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of guests, a lot of people that guests from the knife community in the chat. If you have questions about knives, Devo Knives may possibly make an appearance. You never know. They're usually very busy. It's always a possibility. You could ask them questions about this knife, but I will put the link down there where you can check it out. Now go watch this video. You're really going to enjoy that. And until I see you again in the lives or the chats or the Hive stream, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.